Okay. Now from tomorrow, we will be building one application. We will be building one project. What is the project? Library management. Okay. Now tell me what are the different modules that are required, if at all, if somebody comes and asks you, hey, can you develop a application that can manage a library? That can manage a library, right? So what will you do?
You
What
write
do
a
we get? What do
template.
we do in library? First of all, why? What is library? What is library?
The place where anything we can find it easily, sir.
A place which gives books. Place which lends books. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Right. That is where you will get books from. Right. Now in library, right? What does it may primarily consist of? Books. And I say it lends books, meaning who takes books from the library? Users.
Yes, sir.
People take books. Now, every book, what are the primary things of a book? Okay, forget it for now. So it has books and books are taken by users. Who manages the library? Who gives the books to user? Who is the person who gives books to user?
Librarians.
Right? Librarian, meaning certain employee, right? Certain employee. Yes. So there is a library employee. There is a library basically which consists of books and there is a employee as well. There can be one or more employees. There can be one or more employees, right? And employee is the one, particularly the role librarian. He is the one who can. So there can be employees, multiple employees who cleans library, right? Who orders, who maintains books, right? Another one who lends books. So who the one who lends, we call it as a librarian. So these are all employees. And yes, then we have users. Now, when a book is given to the user, what are the things that you do? What are the things that your librarian do? When you take a book, basically you say, I will give it back in 3 days. You will give it back in 1 day, which means I have to capture return date also. Yes or no? We have to
Yes,
capture
sir.
Yes.
return date,
Yes, sir.
right? So there are multiple things now you have to track. Now the user has taken. So as an application, now I am the library owner. I have to know, right? How many books? How many books are there? Right? Two. Who are the authors? Every book will have an author, right?
Yes,
And I
sir.
should
Yes,
be
sir.
able to get author Moomin and whatever the books written by Moomin I want. Author is Archana. I want to get all the books written by Archana, right? So author based books I want. I want to get how many books are given out. All right, or like, what are the books taken by user, say Raj? How many books have Raj taken? Right? I want to know, like, how many books should be returned? Right? Obviously, when you want, so you will requirements, right, would grow. Your requirements would grow. But primarily, right, so these are all like, to retrieve the data. But first of all, now what by tomorrow assignment is that, yes, you have to practice all the login, log out, session management, and all of that. Before that, or maybe after that, right, once you are practiced and good to go, right, you have to think of, okay, now I need a books table, which means if I have to store books information, I need a book table. Now application means you have to think of the features, yes, which we discussed. And once you think of the features, then you have to think of how should my database design be? How should my database design be? Yes, I need a books table, I need an employee table, I need a user table. And I need another table where user, just like movie users, movie actors, we had something like that, right? Now I want which user is taken which book, which means I need one more table, maybe user books, user ID and book ID. Yeah, I need books table, I need employee table, I need user table, and I need user books table, right? And this user books table will, now you have to come up with what are the fields. Now you know, right, what are the things that are required. Now for each table, you have to come up with a design. You have to come up with a design. Okay, what should book table consist of? What should employee table consist of? What should user table consist of? What should user books table consist of? And then we'll create this table, create our library application, and we'll start building our application slowly for the next few days. Next 5 days, next 4 days, we will try to build our application. Are we clear?
Okay, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay. Now, every day, I don't know if you're following this, you have to, whatever work you are doing, ensure that you publish it to the GitHub so that in your resume, you can mention your GitHub URL. Okay, if the moment you mention a GitHub URL, people will go and check, okay, oh, you have written a lot of code. People will go and check, okay, this guy has written a lot of code, which means he knows something. He knows Flask. They can see, okay, you have done your login, they can see you have done a particular project. You can put your all the screenshots there once you build an application, so people know what you have done. Okay, are we clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir.
Clear, sir.
Right, I'm going to add all of this and I'm going to push this to commit hyphen m session management git push. Let me do one thing, git rm hyphen r I'm going to remove that directory, and I'm going to name this as login session management. Right, and I'm going to edit push the changes. Now let me just go back to the github.com. So let me just close this. Okay, let us go to this repository. Right, it does have login session management, all the code that I just created, right, is available here. You can go through this, and you also have the recording, right? Go through it, right? Now understand what we have done. Go through the recording multiple times until you understand what we have done here. And from tomorrow, we will be using all the things that we have learned so far to build one proper end-to-end web application. It will have so many things that a proper web application will have, and we'll continue to use it.